welcome to another episode of Open the Door. We're talking about personal matters, personally, what matters to you. This music you're currently hearing, which will be lowered in a moment, is by Kevin macleod. That's last name is spelled macleod. You can find it on incomptech.com. It's free to use as long as you give credit. So incomptech.com. This one's particularly called Garden Music. It's pretty good, calming, very calming. As you can hear, there's some rain and stuff, and a little bit of music, a little bit of instrumental. It's just for a calming effect. So I'm gonna let this play a little bit longer without me talking, and you can kind of get a gist of what you like, and then we'll continue the episode. Okay, so hopefully you can't hear the crazy, wind and car noise that's going on in the background. Okay, so today's episode is going to be about those who, feel empty inside. And I mean, not so much like empty, like, hey, I haven't eaten, so that's a different kind of feeling than empty, but more so like an empty feeling, like a void, something that's missing in your life, a hole that can't be filled, kind of thing. As well as we're going to talk about running on autopilot, which happens to me a lot, and the voids as well happen to me, emptiness inside. It's really kind of like a hand-in-hand kind of situation. You feel empty, you feel a void, and then you just feel like become numb and you go into autopilot. That's how it happens for me, at least. Really, it could happen both to you. You could definitely feel just autopilot. You could feel, because you're on your day, this is what I do every day, it's autopilot, it's tedious, so I know what to do, so my brain's not active, all the way. I'm not always present in the situation. It's best to, avoid that stuff if you can. Obviously, disclaimer, I apologize. Disclaimer. I am not, nor have I been, a, therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist, any kind of mental health expert. I just give advice, and some people follow it, some people don't. It's fine. This is my advice to the world. Obviously I try to follow my own advice, but it's really hard to take your own medicine. It makes sense to me. None of this actually works for me, but what works is me helping other people. So if it helps you, then it works for me. So, let's see. So we'll discuss, like I said, the empty feelings as well as autopilot and running on it, and kind of get a feeling of maybe possibly how to get through all that, and hopefully get a better 2017 going. That'd be cool. It's only the 4th, or wait. Yes, the 4th. Well, now it's the 4th. It's like 1:41 a.m. on the 4th. But yeah, so I did promise an episode. It is late today. I apologize, but you guys wouldn't know that. Haha, unless I told you. No, you probably know it unless you follow me live. Check it out on Spreaker. So it's www.spreaker.com. And look up Open the Door, Josh Mihal, Joshmihal, or you just look up my name on there. You probably could find it. YouTube has it. There's a lot out there. See, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter have it. It's auto-shared once I finish the episode. Oh, excuse me. So let's start with the emptiness feeling. You feel that like void, that that very much empty inside. Something's missing. There's a huge gap in your life. You don't know what it's from. It could be from many things. It could be from a loss. Somebody died. You lost a love. You broke up with somebody. You lost a child. That's tough too. Very tough. Lost a parent. It's also tough. Let's see. Anything essentially. You may have lost a game. You may have lost something, or you may not know it all. It could be just empty, unknowing feelings. You're not sure what, but something has eaten away a part of you, and that's gone. Possibly forever, possibly for months, years, weeks, whatever, a day. I don't know. We lose pets. They're like our family. That's a loss. I definitely have an empty feeling. I mean, over time, it's possible that another pet could fill that void. Not entirely, because there's always going to be a piece missing. A piece missing. So, I mean, no matter how many, so for instance, I had, I believe, 8 cats named Little Bit, because I started with a black and white cat named Little Bit, and it ran, 1, 2, 3, up until 8. I think after that I was done, after, okay, I'm no more Little Bits, I finally decided that was it. And obviously, for a little while they filled an empty spot, but I decided it wouldn't work anymore, so I just stopped doing it. That was early on. Let's see. My father, dying. That's an empty spot that will never be filled. It really can't. I mean, my kids, they do feel that in a way because I feel connected to them like I did my dad, with the love, that a father has to his sons. So, and they help out in that way, but it's not all 100%. So, I don't know. I think a parent should definitely pass on way before the child does. I mean, not saying, oh, okay, he passed on. That was what's supposed to happen. No, it wasn't supposed to happen that way. Sure, his God has a plan for him. That's fine. But whatever. I don't know. I mean, I still definitely hold some contempt or something. I don't know. I miss him. It's painful. No, don't worry. It's not gonna be a whole episode about me missing my father again. And everyday things. I won't talk about that. People that have listened to the episode, they know more about that than they need to. So let's say it could even be a limb. That's that emptiness that you're not getting it back. I mean, sure, you could, you're military. Thank you for serving. You lost a limb in the war. You lost a limb, whatever. You don't feel whole again. You don't feel yourself. You're still you, just because you have 1 missing arm, or 2 missing legs, or quadriplegic, whatever. You're still you. You're just missing your arms and your legs. Those are just extensions of who you are. They're not who you are. They're extensions of who you are. You, at your core, at your soul, is who you are. So don't let your arms and legs define who you are. Maybe there's medical stuff out there. It's experimental, possibly. If you want to keep trying, you're welcome to. Don't give up. If you believe it, it'll happen. I mean, that happens for some people. So, but yeah, don't give up. This emptiness, it may not always last. It may not be forever. I'm not saying it will 100% not be forever, because that's not the case. In my case, it's still there, of course. You just gotta best thing I could say is roll with it. Best thing I could say is just live with it until you find a point in your life where you can roll over onto it, where you can let it just dissipate, flatten out, be gone. I haven't found that point yet, but I'm hoping it comes soon. It's definitely a distraction. It's definitely painful. Yeah. So, I mean, you have an emptiness inside of you, fine. Okay. Find some way to fill that emptiness, even if it's for seconds out the day. And then build those seconds up to minutes. Build those minutes up to hours, hours up to days, days, weeks, months, years, and so on. If it's possible. Like I said, start out with seconds, but your baby steps. always start with the baby steps. Don't jump in head first, you know. I mean, it might work for somebody. Hey, I'm gonna jump all in, you know. It's just like love. You jump all in, sometimes you're bound to get hurt. In this situation, if you jump all in, you're gonna get hurt, no matter what. There's a chance that you could get hurt in love, in life, in whatever. I think there's a higher chance, though, if you just come out of if you just had a loss, you just had this void in your life, and you're like, I'm gonna use this other thing to fill that void 100%, and it's gonna work. And I mean, positive affirmation, cool, but sometimes you're kidding yourself. It's always going to be there. You're going to have a facade, so you're going to have an empty facade. I don't know how that works, right? It's nothing, something nothing. So it's going to be the facsimile of what was there over top of the still empty void that's just eating away at you. You got to find a way to fill it. Yeah. Again, it's not going to be 100% because nothing is ever 100%. 99.9% is the best we can do. To be imperfect is to be perfect. Perfect imperfections, you know? That's exactly what we strive for. People strive for perfection. That is not a thing. Unless you're talking about imperfections, you know? Dealing with your own imperfections is perfect. Be who you are. That's perfect. And people get, oh, you're not perfect. I can't love you. All right, well, I don't care. I'm out, you know? Oh, you're not perfect. You're not going to have this job. Okay, I'm out. You don't deserve me. You know, it's the same thing. So be happy with who you are, kind of thing. Again, taking my own medicine, blah, blah, blah. You know, I can't do that. I don't know why, I just can't. Anyway, on with that. So, okay, so we talked a little about the void. The void. I want to discuss it more. If people want to discuss more, if you want to hear more about that, I like to talk in detail about somebody that's filling that void. Trying to fill the void, and what that void is. So, JOSH dot, like as in period, dot, MIHAL, that's at Skype, JOSHMIHAL at gmail.com. Send me a message, type it up, I'll just transcribe it on the next episode. We'll make a continuum. If I get stuff for the episode, then I can continue it. We'll make it like a side B. Like to cassettes or to records, side B. I guess DVDs have them. CDs, do they have two sides? I don't think they do. They were just one-sided. Anyway. Alright. Now we'll discuss a little bit about, I guess it's kind of a short episode. Well, like maybe half an hour on. We'll talk a little bit about Autopilot. So like I said, for me it coincides with each other. You feel the emptiness, the void. You try to fill it. You get there. And the easiest thing to do is just jump into autopilot with your life. Fill that void with something else. But it's like, you don't ever fill the void, really. For me, it's a mask, a facade. It's just like, so the emptiness I feel is my dad's missing, of course, his dad. Blah, I can't say that. My dad's passed on, my brother's passed on, my niece, my niece, my grandmother, or two grandmothers, my grandfather, several relatives that I don't know about, I'm sure. So I try to fill that void with so much stuff, like food, entertainment, stuff I don't really need, I guess. Like, I go buy stuff because I feel horrible. And I think sometimes, at the moment, sure, you're like, oh, I got this new shiny thing. Sweet. I feel better. For the moment. But once that item becomes old, it's old hat, it's like, okay, now I feel like crap again. Excuse the language. It's just not always going to be 100%. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen again. You just live on possibly forever. I mean, forever in your life. Forever, just incomplete. And you just try it. You just keep going. It doesn't stop because you're done, because someone's gone.